Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young. This is Jordan Golf TV and welcome to our Sunday wrap-up where we look around at the world of golf and pick out some of the most interesting stories to talk about. If you guys are interested in this type of content, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and if you would be so kind as to give me a follow over on IG, I would appreciate that too. Let's kick things off by talking about one of the biggest events that's going on in golf at the moment, the Walker Cup, which is being played at one of the finest golf courses in the entire world, the infamous Cypress Points. Now, this course is unbelievable. It is a thing of absolute beauty, situated right on the Pacific Ocean. It's down the road from Pebble Beach. The cypress trees, the forests, the way the holes have been integrated into the landscape, it's just like unbelievable. And some of you guys out there might be thinking, hang on a second, how come I haven't seen this course before? Why don't they play PGA Tour events there? They used to play a handful of events, I think, at this course up until like 1990, but since then, it's pretty much just stayed an exclusive members only type course. And so they're playing the Walker Cup here as like the first big event for 30 odd years. And if you don't know what the Walker Cup is, it's basically the equivalent of the Ryder Cup, but for amateur golfers. And it's played between the USA and Great Britain and Ireland. And as I speak to you at the moment, after day one of action, we currently have the USA narrowly ahead. Now, speaking of the Walker Cup, we've got to talk a little bit about the uniforms because, bro, I've got to say, Team USA are looking pretty dapper in the whole Peter Miller or the Peter Millar. I mean, these pieces are dope, man. You've got cashmere, cotton PK, Italian merino. There's no like polyurethane or anything like that. It's just texture, tailoring, feel. It's a whole throwback nod to the old school. And these guys are looking good, man. I've seen a lot of people out there reacting to the Walker Cup uniforms saying that the Ryder Cup need to take some notes, man. Quality fabrics, nice tailoring, very nice fitting clothing. And yeah, right now Team USA are looking good because of it, it has to be said. Also have the Amgen Irish Open, which as I produce this video right now is currently seeing the final groups go off. Obviously the big name is Rory McIlroy, who's 4 shots back at 11 under. He's chasing after the French leader Sadier as well as Hidalgo, who are both 15 under and 14 under respectively. If Rory can get his stuff together and go out there and shoot a low number, he could well bring himself into contention. He actually won this tournament at the same course, the K Club, on the Northern Course back in 2016. And so yeah, he's definitely going to be the red hot hometown favorite. Let's see if he can do it. Right, so let's recap some of this week's most interesting releases, starting off with some footwear and Payntr. Last week we spoke about the Calhoun collaboration, which had released exclusively, and this particular collab is still sitting around. Now, I'm not sure exactly why this particular collab hasn't been more popularly received. Maybe they just produced a whole bunch of units, but the white pair and the black pair on the paintrgolf.com websites are still sitting in pretty much most sizes. I thought these were going to be a lot hotter. I'm not sure if maybe because it's a soft spike shoe and not a proper spike setup, that people are thinking with the winter season upcoming, they're not going to get a whole bunch of use out of a spikeless or soft spike setup. Maybe the BOA lacing system hasn't been to people's tastes. Just for clarity, like here in the UK and the EU, these things aren't available on the paintrgolf.co.uk website. These things have only been available on either the Calhoun website or on the US Payntr Golf websites, which unless you're prepared to pay for extra shipping charges as well as potential customs duties, yeah, they might not be worth your time. Now, it wasn't just the Calhoun collaboration that dropped a couple of weeks ago from Payntr that has been exciting. This particular release here, the Moving Day the Moving Day SC RS Gators, dropped this past week as well. And these things did sell out. So the Moving Day Gators, this is a full spiked setup. This is a shoe that I really rate. I love the Moving Days. The pair that I have, or the regular pair that we've had come out before, just feature the patent leather overlays around the mudguards on the bottom. But these Gators versions feature a like alligator textured patent leather wrapping around the bottom, which gives these things a little bit more of a luxurious look, a little bit more of an upmarket look. They feature all the same technology as you would normally find on your moving days, which I honestly rate this shoe. This is, for me, probably the most comfortable golf shoe I have in the entire collection, and that is not being paid for. That's legit, man. I paid for mine and I still have that opinion. $200. These are all gone apart from in a size 13 on the Payntr Golf website. Right, let's get into some fashion news. And Adidas Golf are bringing back the EQT line. Do you guys remember the Adidas equipment line from back in the day? This stuff was popping in the 90s. And one of the big signature looks for this particular line from Adidas was the whole turquoise mixed with the dark colors. So this is what they've got. They've got the 93 spikeless shoe, which is a pretty classic silhouette. You've also got a whole bunch of early 90s inspired clothing, including the polo here. Bro looks like he's wearing a skirt, so I'm not sure if these are shorts or the skirts, but this particular top here brings back the memories for me, you know, where you've got the like multiple layers of contrast stitching around the logo, the turquoise green or the green trefoil logo. That brings back some memories. This vest definitely is a bit of a must. I think if you're into the whole nostalgia around 90s Adidas stuff, this is going to bring back a whole bunch of memories. And I guess it shows a signal of intent from brands like Adidas that that whole 90s wave in fashion is coming back big time in golf. There are a lot of people out there who are shopping for old vintage clothes to bring back that old school mid to late 90s, early 2000s era look on the golf course. The baggier fits, the less fitted tops are definitely having a moment as streetwear starts to take hold in the game as well. So I'm liking some of these pieces. Depending on how they're priced, may determine whether or not I have a go at copying any of these things. But what are you guys thinking of these? Trendy Golf celebrates 20 years by teaming up with G4 in a capsule. If you guys don't know, Trendy began in London with the goal of bringing a fashion-forward style to the golf world, and they expanded to Venice Beach, which helped shape them to who they are today, curating the latest brands and gear to the everyday golfer. If you guys know about me, you'll know I'm a big fan of Trendy Golf because when you shop on there, you can accrue points, and those points can be exchanged for discounts off the latest drops, which I'm a big fan of. So let's check out this G4 collection. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do like some of the G4 stuff. These shoes, maybe not in this particular colorway, but these shoes I like the look of. They look clean, they look simple, they look like they would be easy to pair with any type of fit. These ones here seem to feature a little bit of yellow detailing on the text, as well as some hot pink accents. They've got the very rugged traction pattern on the outsole. We've also got the Trendy Collab here logo on the polo shirts. The hoodie's pretty cool, to be fair. Yeah, I'm liking the lightning bolts. They do have, I don't know, like a kind of skating type feel or a streetwear type feel with these big logos going on. Got the backwards cap going on, got the t-shirts. Yeah, it does have a very streetwear inspired look about it. And if you guys wanted to check out any of this stuff, feel free to go and check them out over on Trendy Golf. Right, so Echo Golf have tapped Lydia Ko to front its Autumn-Winter 2025 campaign. And the hero piece of this particular season's campaign is said to be this loafer here. It's called the Metropole Oslo loafer. It's a lifestyle shoe that doubles as a spikeless option for the course. This to me speaks to another level of fashion that's coming into golf a lot more. I mean, this fit right here that she's got going on here with the sort of like baggy pleated pants and the look, like this is the type of look, notwithstanding the vest top, like this with a polo shirt and a visor is honestly a fit I could totally see playing on the golf course for sure. So yeah, Echo Golf are obviously showing a little bit of versatility and a little bit of variety in not just making the like hardcore utilitarian type golfing stuff. They're also making some high fashion looking type stuff as well, which is really just a sign of the times, man. I've been saying to you guys on repeat now that the fashion golf space, the golf fashion ting, is like popping off right now. Calhoun have also debuted their fall winter collection as well, which is a collection that embodies the whole preppy sportswear mantra with quality pieces that are highlighted with embroidery and textures. Australian brand Payntr Golf released their spring 2025 collection. For the ladies out there, 4.all have also recently just released a collection as well. Sunday Red have also released their fall winter collection, which includes 2 new colorways of the Pioneer Cypress and Magnolia. Bro, I need to get on some Sunday Red golf shoes, man. I'm waiting for them to extend out here into the UK and the EU, because these shoes, honestly, they look tough to me. They look really nice. The quality looks good. I've heard nothing but good things about Sunday Red. So, I mean, Tiger, if you're watching, bro, can you send us a pair, or, you know, like give us a chance to cop some over here in the UK, please? Right, so let's take a look at what is new in this week. Trendy Golf, as said, you've got their collaboration with G4. Let's take a look at some of the prices though. Actually, we spoke about this collaboration before, but yeah, let's look at some of the prices. £229 for the golf shoes. Bro, that's expensive, man. Nah, I don't think so. The hoodie? Bro, the hoodie at £165, man, I don't know, bro. That's a little bit loud. It's a little bit out there. I mean, yeah, it's a bit too much for me, that particular hoodie at £165. This one's a little bit better, in my opinion, a little bit more understated. But yeah, at 165 quids, nah, I don't think so, bro. A little bit overpriced. I mean, is G4 like that? 75 quid for a t-shirt, bro? I don't care how limited it is, man. That is a little bit expensive for what it is. Other new footwear that's coming, the Infinity Tour Next 2, the GTX, the high top, very winterized. Had a couple of new colorways come in, 185 quid. You've got a dark smoke gray and then a dusty olive. I'm not really into that look myself. Some new shoes from FootJoy. Got the Premier Golf in the white and the navy. Very clean, £199, still some sizes available. Also got some new shoes from Adidas Golf Originals, who also this past week had their events to launch their new collection coming out. These gazelles are pretty nice, pretty clean, pretty simple. The mid-cut pro models, bro, I don't know about these, man. And the chalk whites, and then, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love pro models. It's a classic shoe. But for some reason, I just don't think these would be a particularly good looking golf shoe on course myself. Something about the high top or the mid top golf sneaker is just not it to me. This is probably one of the nicest ones that I've seen from Adidas. This Course Cup Spikeless. This looks nice. The materials look nice. The colorway looks dope. At £109, like, that's a pretty reasonable price. I feel like this is probably the nicest pair from the recently released Adidas Originals collection. Other than that, that's pretty much it for the new stuff that's in this week. Let's take a look at what is new in from Melbourne. More fall winter stuff. They've got a collaboration with Lexus. Bro, who will these guys not collaborate with? These guys will honestly collaborate with anyone and everyone. Like, whoever's in their communications department, like reaching out to brands for collabs, is busy. That's all I have to say. And that's about gonna wrap us up for today's golf news recap video. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch the video. Remember, if you guys enjoy this type of content, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Go ahead and check out my sneaker channel as well. Gonna be bringing you guys my entire golf shoe collection in a video coming out very, very soon. So make sure you've got the notification bell turned on so you are hip to the dropping of that particular banger. And let me know down below who you see taking out the Irish Open as well as the Walker Cup down below in the comments. And I will look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Take care for now. Peace.